it's the moment of their life to showcase themselves, and our players are aware of that. The competition is going to be very tough, but playing Siwelele, I would say that this week it's a crucial week for the club. We are going as well after in a very important game, and the thing is to manage the squad, to manage the players, to maybe to do a little bit of rotation without hurting yourself as well, because the game on Saturday in DRC was very tough, physically, mentally, and on the health of the players too. The travel back, then now we have a game on Wednesday. You need to win, and as well, but you need as well fresh legs, fresh minds to give you the intensity in the game. But as well, you have as well to think about the Sunday game, which is very, very important. But we have the squad for it. We have the quality for it. The only thing is, we have to be very motivated for Wednesday to go there, to win every duel, to fight on every ball, and to make it happen to get 3 points.
What really needed
We spoke about another massive night of UEFA Champions League football tonight, and Bayern Munich, well, they're going to be returning to European action at home against the Belgian side Club Brugge, when they're going to be aiming for a third straight Champions League win of the new campaign. So their coach Vincent Kompany says that he's still speechless about being the target of racist abuse during a match in Bruges back in 2021 when he was coaching Anderlecht.
But I don't know how to position it yet right now. To be honest, I've been thinking about the game, not about this, and I don't want to focus on anything else right now than the game. But it's just difficult to position still. I think at the time after the game I was speechless, and I think 4 years later I'm still speechless, and that's why I'm sort of moving it on to the game and to the motivation that I have to play the game on the pitch against players who have nothing to do with this incident, of course.
Well, Tottenham Hotspur manager Thomas Frank admitted, though, that it has been a difficult time, though, to prepare his side to face Monaco in the Champions League after the Red and White changed coaches just 9 days earlier. Sebastian Pognoli, who led Union St. Julius to the first Belgian top flight title, though, in 90 years last season, took over at Monaco on the 12th of October following the sacking of Adi Hatta during the international break.
Yeah, I think of course it's hard, but of course we studied Pognoli and his team in Union and did very well. They won the championship in Belgium. So that's what we do. We look at the last game they played, and then more or less, not all, but a lot of games from Union, also in this Champions League campaign as well. So we have, I think, a good idea of what they want, but also we know that the very talented players speak for themselves, also under the former manager when they played 2-2 here against City. So it's a tough test, but we're up for it. We trust ourselves. We think we're in a good place, and we will do everything we can to win the game tomorrow.
Well, Frank believes that Tottenham must learn to be more clinical and resilient, though, after the 2-1 home defeat to Aston Villa, despite dominating large spells of the match.
I think the good thing with the Villa game was overall a very good performance. Also, when we look back, I'm pleased with a lot of things there. Now we just need to take a lot of the bits into the game tomorrow against Monaco, which is a very good team with very good players. They already started the campaign, I think, quite well with a draw here against City. Last year they beat Villa, they beat Barcelona. Clearly a very talented team.
Well, Tottenham defender Kevin Danso says that he's ready to step up in Christian Romero's absence, drawing on his experience and composure, though, to anchor Tottenham's defence.
Obviously, he's a very important player for us. For me, he's just doing a job, defending first and foremost, and trying to replace him in that instance as best as I can. And I think it was an okay game, and unfortunately we didn't get the result we wanted to, but the aim is to win here tomorrow.
Right, a quick look at last night, though. Jose Mourinho described the atmosphere at St. James's Park as quiet, a remark that surprised many given the stadium's reputation. Now, despite the loss, Mourinho offered a nuanced take, though, on the experience, praising Newcastle's performance while reflecting, though, on the energy in the stands. His comments sparked debate amongst the fans, especially considering the venue status as one of Europe's most vocal football grounds.
To be honest, I think in the first half was a quiet St. James's. Was quiet. They felt that the game was not easy. They felt that Benfica was much closer than Newcastle to score. They brought their enthusiasm in set pieces, which is normal. When you have a team of giants, you know that every set piece, throw-in, lateral free kick, corner, you know that is a dramatic moment for the opponent, and was the only moment where they brought that enthusiasm and that pressure to the opponent. We felt very comfortable in the first half. In the second half, the second goal kills the game, and then after that, easy for Newcastle to play, easy for the fans to enjoy. But to be honest, the atmosphere was just nice, not difficult, and beautiful in the sense of fair play, no problems, good referee, not disciplinary problems. In that sense, I think was a quiet St. James's.
Well, Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola says that his side's 2-0 win over Villarreal reminded him of the team's peak years, praising the performance as they return to their best version. So City delivered a composed and dominant display, though, at the Estadio di Camarica, with goals coming through from Erling Haaland as well as Bernardo Silva, securing the Champions League victory. Now, Guardiola was visibly pleased, reflecting on the match as a sign that City are rediscovering the rhythm and control that defined their most successful seasons.
They have two chances, three chances at the end. I have to admit it, but in general, we make a good performance. Basically, because I know perfectly for the Spanish people know it, and maybe English people doesn't know it. Villarreal is a top team, so I know how difficult it is here to come. Indeed, in the way we played, I have the feeling that in many things we're coming back what we were in the past. Yeah, I had early goals, but we could have scored earlier, right? So after 3 minutes, we could go 2-0, 0-2. So, and at the end, the chances were there. But the vibe is good, our commitment is top, and they read really well the game, and our positional game in the first half was really good. It depends on the movement of the opponent. We knew exactly where we should pass the ball and did it well. We make a lot of switch of plays because they defend really good inside. And in the right moment, we make a good threat to score the goals with the good actions in the right side. Maybe we need more fresh movement for Erling, but understand, play a lot of minutes. Sometimes make a movement in behind, it didn't happen. But and there is actions in the second half, like we make a good, incredible build-up. We break the lines, and still to go, we come back when the ball comes. So with the opponent comes, you have to make close, break the lines, right, left, in the middle. Now go. You have to attack. You don't have to wait.
Has he told you?
He didn't tell me, no. He's my captain. We love each other so much, but he didn't tell me.
Good evening, Mr. Marawa. Ukhuluma noSibongile Nomkhwane. Champions League football, it's looked like it will be one of those exciting years in terms of a Champions League. I was watching our games, so teams are scoring a lot of goals, Mr. Marawa, and I'm looking forward to a game Real Madrid and Juventus. I strongly believe that my team, Real Madrid, will come back victorious in that game, but it won't be easy. We all know with the Juventus, they are not just walkovers. They are Italian giants. So I just wish the boys everything of the best. Thank you, Mr. Marawa. Good try as always.
Champions League, Luis Enrique and PSG, Mikel Arteta and Arsenal, Erling Haaland on form, Chippa United has done it again. Hey,
oh man, hey, you talk about Chippa United. I mean, let's head off to the Eastern Cape now. Changes are taking place in Quebec. Talking about Chippa United, well known for their unpredictability, though. They've made a couple of new changes. Highly unpredictable. Just 3 months into the season, another change has been made. The Belgian coach, Luc Eymal, has parted ways with the club, marking the fourth coach now to leave in a series of recent departures. But what's happening exactly behind the scenes? I mean, what's prompting this series of changes? And joining us live, though, is the sporting director at Chippa United, Sinesipho Mali. and he's here to discuss the decisions, the club's strategy, and actually what lies ahead for this unique team. Sinesipo, thank you so much indeed for your time. Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Rob, and good evening to your listeners at home. Thank you for having me.
Just to confirm, your coach has left.
Yes, Mr. Rob, I can confirm to you that Coach Luke Amel is no longer our head coach, and as of today, we have announced Mr. Fusumuzu Vilagazi as our new head coach at the club.
What prompted the decision?
I think more than anything, it's obviously the board of the club sits every cycle of matches to review certain aspects, including performance, including turnaround strategy, and I think as I've shared before with you, the strategic approach in which the club has taken, with myself as a sporting director, being the main driver of the sporting strategy of the club, is guided by the 4 key pillars. Those 4 key pillars being: one, ensuring the club continues to play an attractive brand of football. The second one being the club building communities via football, or rather through football. Also, the importance of homegrown talent, developing of homegrown talent in the team, and also our player trade model that we have. What in layman terms people will call it a selling model. And the last pillar of that, ensuring that we are a sustainable elite football PSL football club. And so those key 4 pillars of strategy are informed by the vision of the chairman. So it's not something that comes from the sky. It's a sporting strategy in place that is very much informed by the vision of our chairman, Mr. Mbenyesi. And always when coaches are coming into the club, and of course I am now talking specifically with our last 2 coaches, from Coach Netemba Padela and Coach Luke. This is the first thing from my side as a sporting director I present to them, in terms of the key pillars that are driving the sporting aspect of the club, and it's very, very important that these key pillars must be respected at all times. One of the key ones, you would know, our sponsors. We are sponsored by the Nelson Mandela Bay Municipality and the Buffalo City. So we've got a contractual obligation to ensure that the football club gives an opportunity to local talent, And furthermore, we've got an obligation to ensure that Chippa United build communities through this club. So Chippa United has given so many people, myself included, by the way, so many opportunities at the elite level. People can say what they want to say about our club, but our chairman has broken so many, established actually rather so many careers of administrators, of myself. My first professional job more than 8 years ago was at Chippa United. How many players this club has came through this club and gone to have big careers and play for the national team. So it's very important, and this is the big vision of the chairman. It's very important that the vision of the chairman is carried in that way. And also, Chippa United is known for playing a good, attractive brand of football, and it's very important again to ensure that that remains.
All right, Sinesipo, a great introduction. And when we come back from the break, though, I want to break down a couple of things that you've said. Look at the vision, look at the consistency. So don't go away. If you want to be part of the conversation as well, 011-883-8947. Give us a call. Otherwise, give us a WhatsApp voice note, 060-708-0484.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live at the same time. #MSW.
When your son gets into the soccer team, But now you have to drive them all in your little car.
It's wheelie time to sell it.
When you make management, but your car's giving junior.
Ooh. It's wheelie time to sell it now. When it's wheelie time to sell your car, get a better deal at Wheelie Centurion. It's open 7 days a week. Or visit wheelie.co.za and get an instant payment without getting off your couch.
Shop, collect, and complete your pack of 31 rugby collector box cards only at Pick n Pay. Get a pack of 3 cards every time you spend 500 Rand or more and get your special edition album for 79 Rand 99 in store. Plus, get a bonus pack when you buy participating deals. Visit Pick n Pay online or in store for more details. Pick n Pay, proud retail sponsor of the Springboks. T's and C's apply.
Dlala Madluli, coach. The games are out. Who are you betting on?
Dlala Madlamin, top player. On Sports Stake 4, I'm going with the strongest defense.
Nice one, coach. But I'm going with the goals.
What is that, Coach Amanda? Now it's up to the fans to Dala, or rather Dlala what they must. Dlalu 4.
Sports Stake 4 for only 2 Rand. Pick win, lose or draw for 4 games and you could win. Play at any participating National Lottery retailer. Be enjoy a game. Panda push up play. Players must be 18 years or older. Play responsibly. Ituba is the proud operator of the National Lottery.
Ah, summertime, sunshine, sizzling braais, and the occasional oof, shame ne? Like when Uncle Pat thinks he's 21 and does a backflop into the pool. Or that quick soccer game that ends with sprained ankles and bragging rights left in the sand. Summers can come with surprises, but your medical bills shouldn't be one. Join BestMed Medical Scheme and be stress-free with reliable cover. BestMed, personally yours. Visit bestmed.co.za. BestMed Medical Scheme is an authorized FSP.
If you're furnishing a new office or expanding and upgrading your workspace, Desk and Chair have the perfect solution for you. With locally manufactured office furniture and desking starting from just $7.99 and a stylish chair range to suit your taste and budget, we've got you covered. Our expert consultants are here to guide you through planning, delivery, and assembly. Visit our Midrand showroom or shop online at deskandchair.co.za. Desk and Chair. Think, feel, work better.
Perp Summer Hotline, how can I help you?
Hello. I'm at a pool party, ne? But I forgot my swimming costume at home. And right now, it's either I dive in my jeans or even worse.
Sounds like your summer plans have been watered down. Skawara. Get yourself swim shorts for as little as $109.99. Throw in a towel too and summarize that pool party. There's a swim. There's a pep for that. And that. And that.
Dividing public opinion. The Room Dividers.
It's the formidable duo of Vitando Manana, Mike Greenaway. Let's touch quickly on the Sharks, though, because when you talk about URC and you talk about how they've been performing, they've been waiting, Eben Etzebeth, Oxencheck, Grant Williams, will this week come through? Will the turnaround likely begin here, Mike?
The Sharks are a little bit like the Lions. It's a little bit of the same old. With the Sharks, you always know that when the Springboks come back, they're going to perform. They didn't get a win in 3 games, but when the Sharks get the Springboks back, they're hard to beat.
Mr. Manana, do problems lie larger than just what John Plumtree can do?
Is that John Plumtree is in his last couple of months as a Sharks coach, but I think I think a Sharks team would do well with a John Mitchell type of a coach. I mean, in the semi-finals against the Bulls, they were bullied, Ox and everyone. They just look like kids, and those are our go-to players in the national team setup.
Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW. Wednesday nights. Soccer nights. Your nights.
All right, chatting to Sinisipho Mali, Chippa United sporting director, who is on the line on the back of their coach, Luke Amal, having been fired. The official line coming out today, so they have made it public. And we are going to be taking some of your calls, your reactions to that. I see a couple of voice notes already, so be part of the conversation. We won't be with them for too long. So Sinisipho, I think in the manner in which we'll engage as well, I will cut in for the sake of time. I've given you the opportunity as well just to lay the foundation in terms of the thought and what has gone on with the decision that you've taken. One thing that I do want to find out from you first and foremost was Luke Amal coming to Chippa United. Whose decision was that?
The club has got a board, so the board sits and obviously discuss, interview coaches, and then a collective decision is taken. And that's how it's been. It's how it's been always. I think.
Who's part of the board? Who's on the board?
I think I don't think I would want to give the details of who's in the board, but the club has got a board that is led by our chairman.
But Sinesipo, let's be honest. Surely, if anybody has a board of governors, any form of board, that shouldn't be a secret. I mean, it should be public knowledge. Why would you want to be secretive about who comprises a board?
The board and the management of the club makes a collective decision, Sir Rob. And I think also too many times, and I hear that it's people sometimes are giving me too much credit to think that I'll take an individual decision.
But who's part of the board?
To fire the coach. Like I said to you, even myself as a sporting director, I am subjected to answer to the board of the club.
But who's part of the board?
That is led by the chairman.
Who's part of the board? Sinesipo, you're hearing me, you're ignoring me, but I'm saying, who's part of the board?
Like I'm saying to you, Mr. Robert, the board is led by our chairman and myself. I'm also...
Okay, how many people are in the board?
There's about 4 people who sit in the board of the club.
About 4 people, so there's no definite number?
It's 4 people who sit in the board of the club.
Do they have names?
I don't think it's appropriate for me to be discussing who are the people who sit in the board of the club.
So it's a secret?
It's not a secret per se, but like I'm saying, I don't think that is important in relation to our conversation.
But it is. You're saying that a collective decision is taken in terms of who appoints a coach, and you're saying that decision is up to the board. So all I'm saying is that who's the board? Who are the members? Do they exist?
They do exist. You can check the website of the club.
Okay, so tell us who's part of the board.
Robert, like I said to you, I don't think that is important in relation to the conversation we are having.
But come on, Sinesipo, you are a sporting director. Are you saying that the board makes a decision in terms of who has brought Luke Amalo, who has brought Ukandu now that he is the coach? It's a board decision. I would have thought it's a sporting director decision, but you're saying it's the board. So all we want to know is who comprises the board.
Of course, as somebody who's leading the sporting strategy of the club and entrusted to be able to have a sporting plan to implement the vision of the chairman, I lead in terms of ensuring that the coach that you bring fits the vision, fits the profile that you are looking for in a coach.
All right. I think for the sake of time, I'll park that. I just, obviously, for the life of me, I cannot understand or believe that you wouldn't want to divulge who forms part of a board. I don't think any company, and you were saying, though, I mean, look at the respect here, Sinesipo. You were talking about the sponsors, and the sponsors being Nelson Mandela Bay. You were talking about Buffalo City being the sponsors of the club. Those are public funds that sponsor the club. I mean, if something comes from a metropolitan, is that not public funds?
Yeah.
So do you not then think that the public ought to know where their money is going?
The stakeholders, of course, the sponsors are key stakeholders of the club.
Yeah, so the stakeholders, Sinesipo, and that's why I'm saying that this would have been a very straightforward conversation. But if Buffalo City, as well as Nelson Mandela Bay, are pumping in money into the club, then those individuals who form part of Nelson Mandela Bay, as well as Buffalo City, are people who are funding and making sure that Chippa United exists. So if you can't tell us who forms part of the board, who forms part of the decision makers, then that's a disrespect to the people.
I think the question, like you said, Rob, your question was, who brought Luke Amel? And that's It's hence I'm saying to you that you will really be underestimating the club if we're gonna tailor it to one person. And obviously, I don't think that is important. I think what is important right now, we've announced a new coach, Coach Kanu, and is the coach that we feel is best suited to lead us moving forward. And for me, that is the most important thing, is us looking forward to a coach that we hope will be able to turn things around for us.
So obviously what is important to you as an individual is something different to us as the public. Because we discuss football. We want to see if a team wants to grow. I love Chippa United. I love how they play football. But I'm also interested in the dynamics of how they work internally. That's all I'm saying. So who would have made the decision then to bring Kanu on board?
I think to give you a perspective of how the process of how a decision is made is, for an example, I don't think that. By the way, Coach Luke was not necessarily fired. It was a mutual conversation. It was a mutual termination where the coach, of course, he arrived when the first 5 games of the season, out of 15 points, we only got 1 point. And the next cycle of 5 matches, out of 15 points, we got 5 points. And then we're looking at the next 5 games between now and December, which is before the end of the year, to say, Coach, this is the result that we have. And we say, Coach, what is the turnaround plan between now and December? The coach also himself did not have confidence in the current squad to be able to turn things around. And then therefore a decision had to be made to say, if you are saying to us you are going to wait for the next transfer window in order to turn things around, what about the next 5 games that we have in front of us? Hence I say to you that it's not a question of Luke was fired. No, I think he himself also could not really present a plan in front of us to be able to turn the situation around in the next 5 games that we have in front of us.
All right, let's hear what some of the people have to say.
Hi, Mr. Marawa and the team. I've heard Chippa United representatives citing that his club is sponsored by Nelson Mandela Municipality and Buffalo Municipality, which means that they are sustained through or by public money. So the question here is, do they respect that public money? David in Parkwood.
Hi, Brarop, Sir JC Tebe here. I just want to ask the sporting director there, what was wrong with Mr. Padela? Because he did well. The only game that he played, he helped my team Sundowns to a goalless draw, and the team was playing well. So what was wrong with him? Why was he let go? Thanks a lot, Brarop. Good show, as always.
Rob, fact of the matter is that there's a lack of professionalism within Chippa. That is a fact. And what makes matters worse is this new Mali guy is confusing Chippa even more, because he's also inexperienced in that role as a sporting director, Now, wherever he feels threatened at his position, he would want to throw other people under the bus. How do you explain firing a coach within 2 games? Padela, it's a joke. Come on. Doesn't know what he's talking about. He's talking about principles. 2 games in. Where's those games? The club was doing extremely well. I don't take him seriously. He's the one that is confusing you. Cheers from Centurion. Cheers.
Good evening, Marawa, and good evening to MSW family. Go see Ekebe. Marawa, looking forward to Kaizer Chiefs. To your guest, Usine Sipomali. I think it's one of the problems at Chippa, and I'm saying this based on what happened between him and Coach Padela. Chippa had a decent coach, Rob, Padela, and he was doing well. He left because there were issues between him and Usine Sipomali. So can Usine Sipo clarify that? Because had Usine Sipo, minded his business and being a sporting director, and let Coach Padela do his job and coach, Chippa wouldn't be in the mess that it is now. It's because of him. He must take full responsibility of that. And the fact that they hired a known plumber, Luke Imael, he's also part of the problem. Why would you bring a Luke Imael? Now they are bringing Uvilagaz. Also, Uvilagaz will fail because Uvilagaz is not a top coach. I am sorry to say so. Ngosi Rob.
All right, so thank you so much indeed. I mean, those are all the reactions, Sinisip, and you can tell that people aren't happy. You've also directed us to your website to find out who is part of the board. We've gone onto your website. There's no site of a board. There's a technical team that is there. So if I ask you, because on your website right now, there's a picture and says senior team coach is Kwanele Kopo. Is he your coach?
I think that's probably not updated, and but I don't think.
So you directed us to that, Sinisip. I think let's also be fair, though, in terms of how we conduct things, because people are listening. And when you said, let's go to the website, even on Twitter, Simon Movundlela says that sporting director said we must check their website to see who are the board members. Nix, absolutely nothing. So if you can't tell us, you direct us to a website, the website doesn't tell us anything either, then what's our true source of information? Because we just want to know. That's all we want to do. We just want to know what's going on.
Like I'm saying to you, Robert, when I'm telling you, when we're talking about the new coach that you have announced today as a club, and that is Coach Kano Vilagazi, and we have confidence in him to be able to turn the situation around.
Somebody asked, why did you fire Badela after just 2 games?
I think, again, I will mention this, and people are giving me too much credit if they think I take an individual decision to fire a coach. And firstly, I can set this on record, I've never once interfered with the coach, and any coach who's been here will tell you, I've never once interfered, whether it's a lineup, whether it's a training session, or anything for that matter. Instead, I have done my utmost best to give support to the coaches as a sporting director, and of course, my forte being performance analysis, and I can give my recommendation and my opinion, but I've never interfered, not once, with the job of the coach or the lineup, and even substitution for that matter. And you can ask any of the coaches that have been at the club, including Coach Badela. I think one thing for sure is that football clubs results is one aspect, but there's also another key aspect all around the world in terms of football clubs, where they are moving in an approach that is more strategic rather than an approach that is because only through strategy you can bring sustainability into your football club, rather than an approach that is based on only the coach's way of doing things.
And you are the sporting director, right? So in a nutshell, summarize, what are your duties?
My duty is very, very simple, Robert. It's at the club is to ensure that I put the chairman's vision into a sporting strategy. As a senior executive at the club, I'm responsible for overseeing the club's football operations on and off the field, which includes a long-term strategic plan and the football philosophy. So it's important that I have to work closely with the head coach, but my role is more strategic and overseeing areas such as recruitment, player development, scouting, performance analysis, etc. at the club.
So for you as a sporting director, if one day you were ever to be fired, you'd be fired on what grounds? For not fulfilling what?
Of course, my job is more long-term. It's not.
So your job is secure because it is long term. So in between, you'll go through different coaches, but your vision, your sporting directorship, will remain intact. But Sinesipo, I would really want to thank you, man. We have no time. I have to move on. I do appreciate all that you've told us today.
Hashtag MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. Hashtag MSW.
Hear that? That's the sound of the Total Energies CAF Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco 2025, and you could win double tickets to the opening match. Simply visit Total Energies, fill up with 750 Rand or more of Excellium fuel, or top up with Quartz engine oil, and you're in the game. So join us as we celebrate the spirit of football together, and let's make Africa the home of the beautiful game. Exclusive to club members, valid 30 September to 17 November. T's and C's apply.
Turning 18 means we're always doing the most. From amalgamating water into our vocab to it winning a Grammy to introducing an entry SUV with push to start and making our competitors sweat. We've been there, driving dreams, giving Mzansi more luxury and innovation. Celebrate 18 years of more with the Haval Jolion Pro from only $4,999 per month. Visit gwm.co.za for T's and C's and to book a test drive. GWM, go with more. Brought to you by GWM Finance, a division of Westbank and authorized financial services and registered credit provider.
Dlala Madluli, coach. The games are out. Who are you betting on?
Dlala Madlamin, top player. On Sports Stake 4, I'm going with the strongest defense.
Nice one, coach. But I'm going with the goals.
What is that, Coach Amanda? Now it's up to the fans to Dala or rather Dlala what they must. Dlalu 4.
Sports Stake 4 for only R2. Pick win, lose or draw for 4 games and you could win. Play at any participating National Lottery retailer. Be enjoy a game. Panda, push up, play. Players must be 18 years or older. Play responsibly. Ituba is the proud operator of the National Lottery.
You are not dreaming. You are repeating. Insurance, pineapple. Insurance, pineapple. Insurance, pineapple. Insurance, pineapple. Pineapple FSP 48650 is underwritten by Omart Insure Limited, a licensed non-life insurer and authorized FSP.
South Africa, are you ready to switch up your life? Switch Energy Drink is giving you the chance to win one of 20 brand new Omoda C7s and your share of 20 million Rand in prizes. Smartphones, cash, shopping vouchers, airtime and data all up for grabs. Buy a switch, dial *120*440#. Follow the prompts on screen, enter the unique code under the tab of your can and you could be our next big winner. Go get your hands on a can and switch up your life. T's and C's apply.
You can become a victim of a legal problem. Wrongful arrest, assault, uncontested divorce, rental disputes, maintenance matters, or labor problems. It can happen to you. Clientele Legal provides tough professional lawyers for an affordable monthly premium. Our legal team is standing by to assist you 24 hours a day. Join today. SMS LAW to 47516. That's LAW to 47516. Clientele General is an authorized FSP and licensed non-life insurer. T's and C's online. Standard rates apply.
Dividing public opinion. The room dividers.
Tando Manana, Mike Greenaway.
There's a disjuncture between the academy and how the Sharks want to play at senior level.
Disjuncture or not?
Yeah, look, 12, 13, sometimes 14 Springboks.
Well,
in that
13 started over the weekend.
Yeah, nearly an entire team away in the Rugby Championship playing for South Africa. So how then, when those Springboks come back, are they going to just hit the ground running? Look, I mean, they've just come back from the Rugby Championship. Now they're back for 2 games, and now they go away for another 5-week tour. Then they come back. Then they've got to go into resting protocols for SA Rugby's resting protocols. So they're gone again. So
my life has crumbled since you've gone. Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW. Wednesday nights, soccer nights, your nights.
Good evening, Rob. Good evening to the MSW family and to the sporting director at Chippa United. Rob, we are sounding like a broken record now, season in, season out, saying exactly the same things about Chippa. It's about time that we say something different about Chippa. To be honest, we should just sit back and watch as this unfolds and comment end of the season with Chico Imdin.
There as a sporting director, and what influence does he have on a decision to get rid of a coach and hire a coach? So this thing of him trying to sound politically correct is going to shoot himself in the foot. Thanks, Sakile Joburg.
All right, lots of reaction coming through post that interview that we just had a short while ago with the sporting director of Chippa United. But hey, we move on, guys. We move on to a club that was once crowned with a great deal of promise, finding itself now teetering on the edge of despair. I'm talking about Baroka FC. I mean, that's a name that's been etched in South African football folklore. It's also making headlines now for all the wrong reasons. Just 4 months after his celebrated return, the dance may be over for Dan Malisela. 1 win, 1 draw, 5 defeats. Now 4 points from 7 matches. Second from the bottom of the Motsepe Foundation Championship. And now he's suspended. So tonight we're going to go straight to the source. And joining us live now, the man at the helm of Baroka FC. That's the chairman, Kurishim Pahlela. Mr. Chair, good evening and welcome to the show.
Evening, Marawa, and your listeners. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Absolute pleasure. Always great chatting to you, Mr. Chairman. Suspended coach, what does that mean?
Suspension means it's a pending case ongoing.
What's the crime?
Results.
What's wrong with them?
They're not forthcoming.
So how's the suspension going to help?
It helped because we are able to call him for hearing, and he can come and explain why the results were not forthcoming.
So after explaining, do you think the results will then be forthcoming?
No. The result won't change. It won't change, but we give him opportunity to explain the reason why after 7 matches, it's only 4 points on the table.
So once he's explained, then what will change? And in the interim, who's going to be coaching the team so that you get the results that you want?
Yes, we were lucky to find that Tizan Mutaung has joined us and Mazimela Toga as an assistant.
So you've got new coaches now?
Yes.
And your other coach will remain suspended for how long? When is the hearing?
We're trying to do it as speedily as possible because they just received a suspension letter yesterday, and we are conducting the legal team. Probably next week they will receive their proper judges while they are suspended, and then we expect the following week to receive the date for the hearing, which I cannot confirm now because that is not is out of my hand. It's on Department of Disciplinary Committee.
So the club has got a disciplinary committee.
Yes, we do. We are not doing it ourselves. We've got a separate disciplinary committee.
Who comprises the disciplinary committee?
Is the chairman of the disciplinary committee and the team manager, as well as the witnesses.
Who are the witnesses?
On each and every case, you can't have a case without witnesses.
What have they witnessed?
The witness the losses.
So the players,
the losses that the team has accumulated. We need someone to say we play 7 games, you lose 5. You in the case you lose 5. This 5 is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You mention the team, the date, and all those things. That is a witness.
But who are the witnesses, though, Mr. Chairman? Because everybody would have witnessed the fact that you haven't been winning games. So who then sits in a disciplinary committee?
But that what is disciplinary committee doesn't work like that. You go there, and then you swear, and then they question you. Which game did they lose? You explain. You can't say because everybody knows that we lost against Melfort, we lost against Tuks, and therefore we need to say it in record on a disciplinary hearing.
So disciplinary hearing, is that got to do with how you then juxtapose the contract and what the contract says? And obviously a contract is a legal document. So who in the disciplinary committee has or is a legal person?
No, it's internal. The internal disciplinary chairperson is not. There's no need to be a legal person. Legal person is only when you go out to the DRC. This is internal.
So who's the chairman of the DC?
No, why must I tell you who's the chairman of the DC on a public platform?
Well, it's only just a DC. It's not a secret.
Yes, but we can't disclose that. Why should we put this name in a public platform, Rob? No, we can't.
But
we do have a chairman of the disciplinary hearing.
But why would you say, though? I mean, you're somebody that has always put everything out there. You've never been secretive about anything. So why would a chairman of a DC be secretive now?
Then maybe you don't know me.
Which is fine. So I'm learning today the new you, but who's the chairman?
I'm not new. I'm the old one.
Okay.
I'm still the same.
So
I haven't changed.
I'm learning the old you, but with a slight tweak.
No. Don't do that.
I'm
because
asking.
I'm still the same. I'm still the same person.
Okay,
I'm still the same. You've never asked me this question before.
Because we've never spoken about a suspended. We've never spoken about a suspended coach, though.
Yeah, Robert. If you've asked me this question before and I give you different answer, I will accept it. But you've never asked me that type of question, and you can't tell me that I'm new now.
No. I'm saying you and I have never spoken about a suspended coach.
Yeah, but why you are saying I'm new? Why are you saying I'm new?
I said a new version of you. No.
No.
You're not hearing me.
Why are you saying that?
No, you didn't hear me. But let's not be sidetracked by something, Mr. Chairman. All I was saying.
Don't judge me something you've never tested. Okay.
So I'm asking you a very simple question.
I respect your program, and I'm always willing to come to your program to speak. If you are going to come with this type of attitude,
there is no
I'm going to have a problem.
No. I'm asking a simple question.
Don't tell me I'm a new. I'm not a new. Okay. Why you say I'm new?
No. But you didn't hear me properly. But all I'm saying is that...
No, I hear you properly.
All I'm asking, Mr. Chairman, with all the humility in the world, is that who forms part of the DC? That is all I'm asking.
I told you already.
Okay, but who are the witnesses?
The witnesses is the team manager. He's traveled with the team. He's got a team list. So what is wrong with that? Why you want to know the witnesses of the DC or of upcoming disciplinary hearing? What that helping anybody anyway?
Because it helps us to understand the functionality of the club and how the club deals with DC processes.
It's a normal process. It's a straightforward normal process. You don't need a lawyer on the internal disciplinary hearing. Lawyers are not accepted in our internal hearing. It's us, laymen. It's a layman's field where laymen will exchange their view, their differences. It's us. No legal person is accepted. Is welcome.
So in the meantime, though, while he's suspended, does the coach then stay at home? Do you still pay him? What is expected of him?
That is a good question. Ask if that a suspension is with pay or not. I'll ask you a question and say, yes, it's with pay.
So it is with pay. So moving forward, Mr. Chairman, the coaches that you've just spoken about now, are they going to form part of your long-term vision, or is it a short-term vision and just as a stand-in while you go through this DC process?
The coach we have now, they've got nothing to do with this case. They've got nothing to do with it. If they are permanent or they are not permanent, they've got nothing to do with the case. That is a separate matter. Don't mix it, please.
That wasn't the question. The question is, the new coaches, are they going to be forming part of your long-term vision or a short-term vision?
No. That question you are asking me, it means if I say yes or no, it affects the suspension. That's why I say they've got nothing to do with the current case. I'm not going to give you any answer on those.
But for you, what is your vision in terms of moving forward now? Obviously, you want to see your club winning again. You want to see your fans coming back again. What is your wish for the club?
To progress, to be better, to break new records, and to make the supporters happy, and to be sustainable.
Kurishim Pashela, you are the chairman of Baroka FC. I thank you as always, sir, for availing yourself on the show and wishing your club everything of the best. Looking at social media right now, sure, I'm not even going to be able to read one of those. But guys, I mean, you decide. Those were two separate interviews, very similar in terms of responses. Maybe, just maybe, it gives you an idea where we are football-wise. Been great being with you, shareholders. Be back again for the Thursday edition of #MSW, Marawa Sports Worldwide. Tune in again tomorrow. It's proudly brought to you by Hollywood Bets.
The thrill, the drama, the action. Let the game begin. Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947, Vuma FM and Rise FM. Powered by Hollywood Bets. #MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. #MSW.